Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kim and welcome back to Uncommonkim. So today is the last day of May and tomorrow being the first day of June, there is 2 Romantasy-a-thons beginning. We have the Romantasy Reading Challenge, which is hosted by Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy, which will be going on in June, July and August. And then we also have Romantasy-a-thon hosted by Tori from Tori Between Pages, which is going on between June and July. So we're basically going to have a summer full of reading romantasy, which I am quite looking forward to, as there's quite a few on my TBR I want to get to, but I've picked 10 and I thought I would talk you through the 10 books I want to read this summer, Romantasy edition. I am going to be doing like a summer TBR probably in the next 2 weeks, but this is just solely 10 romantasy books I want to read this summer for Romantasy readathons and challenges and everything in between. So let's begin. The first book is the 5th book in a series, which is A Soul of Ash and Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is the 5th book in From Blood and Ash. I love From Blood and Ash with all my heart. It was one of the first big books I read when I first kind of got into the fantasy genre, to say, and I love them. I love Poppy, I love Cass, I love all the other characters that go with this series. It is just a series that's very close to my heart, and I'm slacking because I haven't yet read A Soul of Ash and Blood, which is the second to last book in the series. I believe the last one's coming out this year. Could be wrong, I'm not really sure, but I'm just quite excited to carry on with these characters and find out what's happening. I can't obviously go into details on the synopsis of this one just because it is part of the series and I don't want to spoil it for you, but if you love would I say it's slow burn? I'd say it's enemies to lovers or hate to love vibes with twists and turns and a secret air as well. I'm trying to think of like prompts I can relate it to do with like Romantasy-a-thon. You could probably count a Dark King or Prince for this as well, of some sort. I wouldn't say, if you were pulling it you could count this for that, but yeah, there's a few prompts, but yes, A Soul of Ash and Blood. Next we have Throne of the Fallen by Kerry Maniscalco. So this is the first book in a new series, but also carrying on from the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy. I loved the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy. I loved the story, the plot, the audiobook was phenomenal for Kingdom of the Wicked, may I did add. But yeah, so this basically now no longer follows the characters from Kingdom of the Wicked. I believe they're in the background, but in here we follow Prince Envy, and I will read the synopsis to you. The Prince of Envy has never been claimed to be a saint, but when a cryptic note arrives at his demon court, signalling the beginning of a deadly game, he knows it will take more than a hint of sin to win. Riddles, hexed objects, and ominous players, and nothing will stand in his way. A fallen painter. Camilla is an artist with troubles of her own. A desperate mistake has landed her in debt in a notorious rake. Threatened with the ruinous scandal, she is forced to enter a devil's bargain with Envy, a bargain that reveals secrets and ignites passions that neither of them expects. Let the games begin. Together, Envy and Camilla must embark on a prolicious journey through the underworld. From glittering demon courts to the sultry vampire realm and beyond, while trying to avoid the most dangerous trap of all, falling in love. So yeah, I am really excited to read this one. I've also just read below that it says Throne of the Fallen is a seductive standalone novel set within the world of King of the Wicked. So that's interesting. The only thing is I hate, well, I wouldn't say hate, I'm coming around to them, but I'm really not a fan of competitions in books, and this sounds like it's got a competition, so we'll see. But for this, I definitely would count Pretty Cover as like the Romantasy-a-thon aspect. Dark Prince or King for sure, because it is Prince Envy. Great Quest may even count, actually. Just go by the synopsis, where they embark on a malicious journey, so could count as a great quest as well. A standalone. There's quite a few prompts that count for this, so happy days. Next we have one that I haven't really heard much about, but it is a book club pick for, oh my gosh, I can't remember what the book club's called. Kingdom Book Club, which is hosted by the lovely Claire, and I will tag Claire, leave her links down below, and her announcement video, and you can come and join the book club. But for the first book club pick, it is This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. Haven't heard an awful lot about this, but it seems like quite a short, easy read. So can I also just say the cover is stunning. Also, I believe there is LGBTQ+ rep in this, so also counts Pride, as it is Pride Month in June as well. So, synopsis. You've saved the kingdom, you've taken the throne. It's all a breeze from here, right? Wrong. Erec didn't think about what would happen after he fulfilled the prophecy. He's officially king of Erie, but only Erec and his mage, the devastatingly handsome Matt, know the role comes with a catch. Marry by your 18th birthday or die. Erec got 3 months to find his one true love and save his own life, but things go painfully and hilariously wrong until he discovers that the love might have been right in front of him all along. Sounds really cute, really easy read, I'm hoping. If I'm looking at Romantasy-a-thon, definitely like Friends to Lovers, I think, by the sounds of it. Pretty Cover, definitely would count it for Pretty Cover. Standalone, I think it's a standalone. I'm assuming it's going to be a fast burn as well, just due to the size of it. If not a standalone, I don't think it is a standalone, the other 2 books are on the back. First or Last in a Series would count for this. Yeah, that seems about it, I think. So yeah, a couple of tropes for Romantasy-a-thon. So yeah, we have This Is Ever After. Also, just to mention, I'm not going to talk about the reading challenge prompts because a lot of them are the same to Romantasy, so I'm just going to kind of go over them and they'll match or they won't. The next one I have Feybound by Sarah El-Sarafi. This is the Fairyloot edition. Everyone's ranted about this book, ranted and raved, and I haven't read it yet. So here we are. I'm hoping I can probably get it read for Romantasy-a-thon or the reading challenge or just the Amazing Readathon general, something. But the synopsis. As a warrior in the 11th Army, Yiren has known nothing but violence her whole life. Her sister, Leto, is trying to make a living as a diviner, seeking prophecies of a better future. When a fatal mistake leads Yiren exile from the 11th lands, both sisters are forced into the terrifying wilderness beyond their borders. There they encounter the impossible, the Fae Court. The Fae haven't been seen for a millennium, words. But now Yiren and Lettel are thrust into this seductive world, torn between the loyalty to each other and the 11th homeland and their hearts. So I believe this does have some sort of like romance aspect to it. So this would count for a new release. I'm gonna say pretty cover for sure, because it's very, very pretty. Don't know what else I would count it for. First or last book in a series, new to me author. Again, the rest I won't be able to tell until I've actually read it, so yeah. I mean, it's Fae, so like, let's be honest, there'll be something happening in here, I'm sure. But yes, so we have Fae bound. Next we have, it's meant to be like the second book in a series, but also I don't think they're related, so yeah. But we have Dance with the Fae Prince by Alcy Kova. I read the first book in this series, which is a deal with the Elf King, a couple of years ago now, and I've been interested in picking this up since. I think I gave it like a 3 or a 4, and I did enjoy it. But yeah, I'm really intrigued to pick up the next one in the series. I believe it's a very similar story to the first one, but we'll read and we'll find out. So, she knew her hand in marriage would be sold. She had no idea a Fae Prince would be the buyer. Katrina swore she would never fall in love, so when she married off to the mysterious Lord Fenwood for a handsome price, all Katrina wants is a better life than the one she's leaving, even if her new husband makes not falling in love difficult. When she witnesses a forbidden ritual and accidentally steals ancient Fae magic, she's swept away to the land of the Midscape. There, Katrina fights to survive as a human who's now hunted by the bloodthirsty Fae King. The power to save the Fae is suddenly in her hands, but who will she save from a love she vowed never to feel? Actually, very different plot to the first book. The first book is mainly just about how someone from this village gets... they have like a ritual where every so few years the king or prince from their kingdom will come down and he'll choose someone from the village and take them away and marry them, and that's what we follow in the first book. But this seems to be very different, as she actually seems willing for starters. But yes, so that's exciting. So for this we will have a Dark King Prince, as mentioned in a synopsis. The Fae King, bloodthirsty Fae King, is coming for her, so Dark King. Possibly enemy to lovers. Could be a slow burn in here, not too sure. Pretty cover for sure. Marriage of Convenience for definite, this one. Great Quest, possibly, just as it says that she has to go away. Could also be a fast burn, who knows. Yeah, I don't really know what else could come of this. We'll just have to see when we read it. But yeah, I'm quite excited to finally get to this one. Okay, next we have A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. I'm really excited to get to this one. I know that Claire and Steph read this recently, or in the past couple of months, and they both gave it 5 stars, and they both said it's one of their favourites of the year, so that just gets me buzzed to read this, as I have very similar interests, both of them. I have no idea what this is about, but I'm very excited to read it. So it is a Norse-inspired fantasy romance. Our heroine Freya possesses a drop of the goddess's blood. She is desperate to prove her strength and unite a fractured nation, all whilst resisting her forbidden attraction to the king's son. Yeah, so I feel like we're gonna have maybe friends to lovers, possibly maybe enemies to lovers. It depends her relationship with the prince, not too sure. We also have like maybe more like forbidden romance, actually. Saying that, forbidden romance. A new release would count for this. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of dark king or prince in here at some point. Slow burn. I feel like it's going to be quite slow, but we will see. First or last book in a series, as I believe this is going to be a series. New to me author. And yeah, the rest is kind of, I suppose we'll see what comes of it. But yeah, I'm very much excited to read this one quite soon. I'll do this one next just because it's the same author, but it is The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. This is one that I have seen about for quite a few years now. People really enjoying it. A lot of people who enjoy similar fantasy romance to me has loved this. Also, looking on the back, it's blurbed by Elsie Kova, who wrote A Deal with the Elf King. Also blurbed by Sarah J Maas, Jennifer L. Armentrout. Yeah, do I say any more? Those two, especially the last two, are two of my favourite authors, so there we are. But yeah, this is another nice shorter one, only about 330 pages, not too bad. I know nothing about this. In the slightest. I just bought it because everyone else was talking about it and I was like, ah, Romantasy challenge, boom. So the synopsis is: raised as a warrior, Princess Lara knows two things. King Aaron of the Bridge Kingdom is her enemy, and that she must be the one to bring him to his knees. The Bridge Kingdom is the only route through a stormed, ravaged world, and it uses its power to deprive its enemies, including Lara's homeland. When she's sent to be the King Aaron's bride, Lara will do whatever it takes to bring down the kingdom's defences, even if it means seducing her new husband. Yet as she learns more about the war to possess the bridge, Lara's feelings for Aaron transforms from hostility to passion, and she faces a terrible dilemma: which kingdom to save and which to destroy. Sounds pretty good, to be fair. And also, just reading that synopsis was ticking a lot of boxes. So for this we have, I believe, enemies to lovers for sure. A dark king or prince. There's some sort of dark something in here because why else would she hate him? I'm gonna guess a slow burn, but also could be a fast burn due to the size of the book, who knows. Cover is very pretty, so would count it for that. Hate to love, possibly as well. First or last book in the series for sure. New to me author. Marriage convenience. It's got fairy tale aspects, but I wouldn't say it's a fairy tale book. Yeah, I think that's quite a good few prompts to go off of. Also, I'm really loving like the artwork they have on each chapter, so yeah, quite excited to read this one. Let me know if you've read it though. Let me know if you've read any of these, because I'd love to know your opinions. Okay, next we have The Crimson Moth by Kristen Chicaroli, maybe. I'm really excited to read this one. I've only heard great things. Again, Claire, Queen, she read this, she really enjoyed it, so I'm really excited to read this. Again, I don't know anything about it, but it is blurbed by Rebecca Ross, so what could go wrong? Let's be honest. So this is the first book in the Crimson Moth duology. So that is very interesting. I believe it has witchy vibes. That's all I kind of do know. So, on the night Rune's life changed forever, blood ran in the streets. Now in the aftermath of the devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts, ruthlessly hunted due to their waning magic, and Rune must hide what she is. Spending her days pretending to be nothing more than a vapid young solist, Rune spends her nights at the Crimson Moth, a witch vigilant who rescues her kind from being purged. When a rescue goes wrong, Rune decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent by courting the handsome Gideon Sharp. Except Gideon is notorious and unforgiving witch hunter, loyal to the revolution, and falling for him would be deadly. Actually sounds really good. I'm actually quite excited for this one. So a book everyone is talking about, I'd probably count for this. Also a new release, Friends to Lovers, because she seems to kind of be friends with this guy. What else could we count? Pretty cover would count for sure. New to me author, first or last book in the series. As it said, it was a duology. I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, obviously slow or fast burn, I'm not too sure until I read it, but yeah, quite excited to read this one. Happy days. Then we have two left, both of which were in my TBR video, but we have A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stacey S. Stark. Again, I've just kind of seen this everywhere and just thought, jump on that bandwagon, why don't I? So this is the first book in the Kingdom of Lies series, and I believe it is a trilogy, possibly, or it might be longer. I've got a funny feeling it's longer, and the next book is like coming out like this month. I could be wrong though, but yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. This cover is absolutely stunning, if I do say so. So, synopsis. The humans who manage to keep their powers are known as the corrupt, and they are put to death. When my forbidden power is discovered, I'm forced to flee my tiny village and the life I adore. To survive, I make a desperate bargain with a mercenary, a dark and brooding man whose face I have seen in my dreams. It's agreed that I'll help him into the city, and he'll help me to learn to wield the strange and dark power I've always kept hidden, the power that may just be the key to my survival. But the ruthless mercenary is hiding secrets of his own, secrets that threaten the safety of everyone I love, secrets that could tear this kingdom apart, and perhaps even this world. So yeah, I'm quite excited to read this one. It is quite a chunky boy, about 500 odd pages, but usually romantasies I find that you just kind of fly through them. Like, yes, they're big, but it doesn't really mean anything. So for this, I would count it as a book everyone is talking about, as I've seen it a hell of a lot on booktube at the moment. I would also, I think, count it as Friends to Lovers, because it seems like they become friends and then they become lovers from there. Also, no knife on the cover, a chunky romantasy I would count. I think it's going to be slow burn for sure. I may even count it as a lucky novice, not too sure though. Pretty cover. First or last book in the series, new to me author. Great Quest, definitely Great Quest, for sure. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to count those for. But yeah, another one I'm just really excited to get to. Also, the font is massive. For such a big book, like, the font is quite big, so happy days. But yes, so A Court This Cruel and Lovely. And the last book is Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I know, who is she? She hasn't read this yet, like everyone else and their nan did last year, and that's because I always want to jump on trends and I just never do. It's a problem, but I do actually really want to get round to this. So this is the first book in the Crowns of Nyaxia series. Oh, here we go, the Nightborn Duet Book 1. So it's that series, but it's in the world of the Crown of Nyaxia, I believe. There's quite a few books, I think, in the Crown of Nyaxia series, so, or books. So I am intrigued to get to them. I also believe this just got picked up by a publisher, so well done, Carissa Broadbent. But the synopsis. Human or vampire, the rules of survival are the same. Never trust, never yield, and always guide your heart. Guard your heart. The adoptive human daughter of the Nightborn vampire king, Aurea, carved her place in the world designed to kill her. Her only chance to become something more than prey is entering the Kijari, a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. A bloody tournament. Oh god, okay. Maybe that's why I kept putting this off. But winning won't be easy against the most vicious warriors from all three vampire houses. To survive, Aurea is forced to make all the alliances with a mysterious rival. Everything about Ryan is dangerous. He is a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, and an enemy to her father's crown, and her greatest competition. Yet what terrifies Aurea most of all is that she finds herself oddly drawn to him. But there's no room for compassion in the Kajari. War for the throne of the House of Night brews, shattering everything that Aurea thought she knew about her home, and Ryan may understand her more than anyone, but their blossoming attraction could be her downfall in a kingdom where nothing is more deadly than love. So yes, I'm really excited to read this and just find out what all the hype was about. But also, I've just found out there's a competition, and I don't really do competitions, but we'll see. We'll see. What is it with romantasy and competitions? It's just not really my thing, but hey ho. But yeah, that is 10 books. Oh, 10 books I would really like to get to in the next like 3 months, basically, and hopefully we will, with Romantasy-a-thon and also the Romantasy reading challenge. I will leave both Tori and Cassidy's videos for everything down below, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and leave a dagger emoji for Poppy down below if you made it to the end of the video, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.